Hi, creative friends. This is Soraya, and thank you so much for being here. So this is my Healing Ancestral Trauma art journal, and I am just putting the last finishing touches on it. And when I say the last finishing touches, I mean it could be anywhere from, I have 10% more to do or 25% more to do. I am not sure what percentage I am to the finish line, but what I know is that this journal is moving into its closing chapters. And what I had done is I had wrapped it up in a swath of red Indian cotton fabric, and I tied it up with marigolds and I let it incubate. And I've never done that before, but I just felt a really strong pull to do it. It came to me in a dream and I did it. And I just was going completely by intuition and I let it just sit and do its thing. And now, in the past week or 2 weeks, I felt called to open it up and just finish it up. And this journal has been such a inspiration for me, a learning tool, a deep dive into all of the things that I have been talking about on this channel: creativity, healing, Dr. Clarissa Pinkola SD's Women Who Run with the Wolves, Jungian psychology, symbolism, collective unconscious, just that like deep dive into all the things we can't see but are there. And they come out in our art, and they come out in our words and in the way we see things and the way we talk about things. It comes out in my visual language and the colors I'm drawn to, the lines, the textures, the way I piece things together. And you will find that if you pay attention, those clues are there for you as well, in how you the way you are in the world, your very being. So anyways, you guys, I want to talk about collage today. And I know that in my last video, I made a video talking about 5 practical reasons to use collage that I'm exploring right now. But I am also working on the deeper dive, like I was saying. So, excuse me, until I can formulate my thoughts in a coherent manner, because it is a little bit difficult in the sense of I'm taking things that have no language and I'm trying to put language on them by making the video. So I'm working on it in my studio log, etc. But I just wanted to talk about this journal and how collage has been an integral way of me working. Like, I would not be able to make this particular art journal if I did not use collage, and I'll explain about that in a minute. And I think this video is a good kind of a bridge or a segue into the deeper dive I was talking about, like the, Jungian psychology, etc., and how that works with collage. But before I talk about this book, I just wanted to show you guys this collage over here. I haven't done anything different to it than I did in my last video, but I left it alone for a few days, and now that I've come back to it, I am just loving it. Like, I can totally see this being in an art journal. Now, this particular sketchbook is just my, I think it's a Fabriano sketchbook, so it's not an art journal per se, but I can just see this being a part of my art journal and me coming in and just writing over it, or just leaving it as is. Like, I love this raw, unfinished look, and I'm just so smitten by it. And the thing is, I really did not do a whole lot. I really did not. I've recorded everything that I did from scratch. And if you go back and look at it, like, I just threw down some collage, and I might have used just a very little bit of paint and ink, but really the collage is doing all of the work. And that's what I just love about collage. Like, oh, I'm just so in love with this, you guys. Anyways, I'm sorry about that. I don't mean to ramble on incessantly. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about how this particular art journal of mine, Healing Ancestral Trauma, it would not be possible without me using Collage. And even beyond that, I would not have been able to access the information I did. I would not be able to do the deep healing that I have been doing through this journal. I would not be able to get the knowledge and information that I've been getting, like just working in my studio log and asking myself questions, and all of the imagery that has come up in this particular art journal. It would not even be possible without me using Collage. So the number one thing that I just want to point out, and I know that I've talked about it before, is the fact that I'm using Tamil script. So I cannot write Tamil script. I cannot speak the language. I cannot recognize any of the words in script. I can only I only know the meaning of very, very few Tamil words to listen to it, and I cannot speak it at all. And to explain, not to get into all the nuts and bolts of it, but to explain Tamil and the language that it is, the Tamil language from South India, from Tamil Nadu, which translates into Nad means a place, and Tamil is the people, the language. So it's the place of the Tamil people. That's what it literally translates into, Tamil Nadu. And that's where my ancestors are from, in South India. The linguistic line of Tamil it's completely different than the North Indian languages. So the North Indian languages, they root off into, if I have this correctly, into the Romance languages. So Sanskrit is the mother language of Latin, and then Latin feeds off into, the Romance languages like Italian, French, English, etc. But the South Indian languages, the Tamil language, is just a completely different root linguistically. There's no like bridge to it. There's no similarity. So it's just kind of, it's on its own. It's much older than the North Indian languages. And that is my lost mother tongue, which, this is a way of me reclaiming it by putting down the Tamil script. So I have very little bits of Tamil newspaper here with the Tamil script that is like gold to me. And I am going to use this to finish up. I'm probably not going to use all of it. I use it very sparingly, but I am going to use it up to finish my art journal in this last little bit. So in this way, I am able to not only access the language, like there's no other way I could be able to do this. I can't write it, I can't speak it, I can't, I can't, like, I've lost it. So by me using it in my art as, via collage, I am able to access that language, that tradition, the history, the culture, in some small way. It's a tiny, minuscule way, because even the newspaper, the writing I'm using, I have no idea what this says, and it's not translating literally. Like, it could be something completely unrelated. This could be an ad for, I don't know, whatever. It could be totally unrelated to anything deep or what I'm trying to convey, but that's not the point. The point is, I am using this script to access a part of my history, my ancestry. And I feel, and I've been using this for over 20 years in my artwork. I don't use it in all of my artwork, not by any means, but I have been using it sporadically because it's a way of me reclaiming my lost mother tongue. It's a way for me to access that lineage in a very tiny way. But that would not be possible if I wasn't going to be using this collage, because how would I do it? I can't write it. I can't, like, do you see what I'm saying? So in this very small way, and I don't mean to ramble on, in any kind of roundabout way or anything like that. I'm just trying to convey that this would not be possible for me without me using collage. And this is just one way that collage is so important in my work. And you can lay claim to using collage for whatever purposes you want. You know, just because I'm using it this way doesn't mean that you have to use it this way. You're going to have your own meaning and reasoning and, you know, your own visual language. So this is just me sharing this story, is just me kind of hoping that, you know, this will kind of, you can go, oh, well, you know, she's doing this, so maybe I can use it in this way that works for you. And another thing is when and see over here now, I am very, like, this is called the Keeper of Keys. I wrote that in English, obviously, but now I'm very, you know, intentionally writing something down here that has meaning to me. This has meaning to me too, but not in the same way. So can you see that? Like, I am writing the Keeper of Keys. That is a very strong, you know, I wrote about it in my studio log. Like, there's a whole, you know, few pages on what this means, okay? This has meaning to me as well, but it's different. It's not a literal meaning. So I combine, you know, different ways of using collage. It's not like a one size fits all. And another way, like, this is my own collage. It's from an old art journal, I do believe, and then I just cut it. But I am going to put it in this journal. So, you know, you can take your own collage. You can make collage out of your own artwork from, you know, other art journals, past artwork, whatever. And so I'm mixing everything together. And this is why collage is so powerful to me, is because it's not a one size fits all. It does get into the deeper layers of meaning and things that, you know, can't easily be conveyed by images, because, you know, collage, yes, it has images. Yes, absolutely. Let me see here. Yeah, you know, that's a abstract sun. So that's an image. This is a piece of collage, but it also has text. It also has this whole lineage of history and tradition and ancestry and collective unconscious, and, you know, on and on and on. And, you know, it encompasses many different things. This is a piece of my old, you know, morning pages. So it's my own handwriting, my own journaling. And, you know, I crumbled it all up and I'm making it part of her dress. So, you know, there are different ways that we can use collage, and this here is collage as well. It's just an image of one of my old ladies from an old art journal, and I just cut it up and I constructed it like an assemblage, and it's going to go on the cover. So there are so many different ways that we can use collage. It's not a one size fits all. And I think for me, where I'm going with, you know, my journey into collage is going into those deeper layers, going into the collective unconscious, the abstract. And collage can be not only a bridge to that world, but it can bring, it's like the medial woman, you know, it's a bridge into that world, to let me see things that I couldn't otherwise see, but it also carries back information to me. So it's like that, you know, it's going back, it's going this way, and then it's also coming this way. It's taking information, allowing me to see things with new eyes, and then bringing that information back to me, if I can explain it that way. And all I know is that this particular art journal especially would not even be possible if I did not use collage. And it's very heavily constructed using collage. And I was very intentional about it. And there's a lot of new ways of me working as well, like with the assemblage and all of these things. So yeah, you guys, I just hope that this has been eye-opening into you seeing, like, there is no one size fits all for collage. And yeah, you can work with it in a really surface way, but you can go as deep as you want also. Anyways, you guys, if you've watched all the way to the end, thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.